The more chips you drop into the funnel, the more money you're gonna make. It is a numbers game, okay? It is a numbers game. Stop dropping 1 or 2 people in the funnel per week. If you really want to get hungry and you really want to get focused, you need to say to yourself, you know what? I'm gonna put at least 3 people a day into the system. 3 people a day. Everything happens exponentially. If you use the number 2, for example, 2 people a day is 14. 14 people a week just being introduced by you. Let's cut 4 of them off. They're not interested. Let's take it down to 10. 10 people a week for a month is 40 people going into the funnel. Some of y'all sitting around here struggling getting 2 people. It's because you've only talked to 2 people. The numbers don't lie, people. They don't. How can I bring in, over 40 some people in the business personally? Easy, because 300 people might have said no. See the difference? Some of y'all are still working on the same people. Cut them. Here's what I find when I travel. This is what I find. People are always asking me for solutions to handle certain behaviors. I don't have them. My solution is you find people that will deal with your behavior. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
Brian, how do I handle a person who just doesn't see it? What do you say to a person who's just too busy? What about my brother who just won't take it? See, you're asking me for solutions to other people's issues. My solution is you find people who want to deal with your issue. See, you flip it. So stop stressing yourself trying to figure out the ideal way to conquer all. There's no such thing. You drop everybody in and deal with who comes what. That's it. That's why I stay so stress-free. Because if you don't see it, I don't worry about how to get you to see it. I just find somebody who will. It's a simple sorting process. Like, people always say, relationships are tough. Man, they're hard. It's really not when 2 of y'all compatible. It's when you trying to make him something he ain't never been, and when you trying to make her something that she's not. That's when it's tough. You trying to make him like your ex. That's not your ex. You want him that bad, go get your ex. It's funny how we were in dating and marriage and stuff, we understand compatibility, evenly yoked and all this, but in business, we try to make somebody something that they just flat not. You only looking for 2 kinds of people, guys. People who are hungry and people who are looking. You might want to write that down. You're only looking for 2 kinds of people. People who are hungry and people who are looking. You'll know people that are hungry and people who are looking because they track you down. Hey, I'm ready. I got paid Friday. See, you shouldn't have to call people. You told me you're getting paid Friday.
Right.
Hey, I got paid. Remember I told you I'm ready to get in. You'll know they will stick out like a sore thumb when they're ready to sign up. You'll know because they'll be contacting you. Hey, when's that conference call? Hey, is that conference call tonight? I got some people I'm trying to put on it. Do you remember how you felt when you got in? Did we twist your wrist?
Nope.
Do we have to beg you to get in? Do we bug you to get paid? No. You're looking for people who make you feel good. You're looking for people who remind you of you.
All right.
But what do? We get in and all of a sudden we want to pull everybody up and become some kind of savior. Exactly. Some kind of magician who they just don't see it. Look, it's not for them at that time. You got to deal with them later. Right now, see, when you broke and the bill's behind and you hungry, you don't have time for people that don't want to come to slow you down. Because they will. They'll slow you down, man. You got to keep going. I'm going to give you some techniques. Okay? Some techniques. The number one thing when you are starting your company or your organization, your business, the number one thing you need is people. The number one thing you need to master is piquing interest. You got to be really good at it. And I'm going to be honest with you, you got to have fun with it. But here's the sad thing. It's the most uncomfortable part of the business.
Yes.
Piquing interest is the part where it's the number one thing you need to do, but it's the part of the business that you like, you're going to find yourself playing double dutch. Who knows what double dutch looks like, right? So what you do, you waiting on these 2 ropes are turning, right? And you like, I got to get in here at some point. That's what piquing interest is like. You like, oh, wait, I'm going to say something, but they're not really giving me an outlet.
Right.
Will you say something that I can use? And that's the first, be like, I missed it. I missed the opportunity. And sometimes you don't have long to get the business in there. So the unfortunate thing about piquing interest is that it's the one thing that sets your business in first gear, but it's also the one thing that takes you out your comfort zone.
Yes.
But you got to remember this. Out of your comfort zone is where the money lies. It does. Because if money was in comfort, we'd all be rich.
Yes.
Because we all comfortable doing what we do. Piquing interest is the uncomfortable part, but it's the part that makes you rich. And have fun with it. Have fun with it. Write this down. I will never see strangers again. That's why I practice on strangers. See, a lot of y'all are scared to be embarrassed by a total stranger.
Right.
If I talk to Quetta and I fumble and stumble, I'm like, you know what, man, I messed up. And I just keep it moving. Like, who is she? Man, I'm sorry, I was trying to do something. I'm sorry. See, y'all try to be too cool. You try to look too much like a business person. I gotta have my stuff together. Woo-hoo. Strangers, man, I used to just practice on strangers. I would try new techniques. I'd be like, let me try something. Now, don't misunderstand this training. I don't mean I want y'all to cold solicit. People confuse cold market with cold solicit. You would never see me cold solicit. I don't just pave the streets and walk up and down. The next person walk by me, I'm gonna stop you. It don't work like that. That's painful.
Right.
That's a waste of your time. What I mean by cold market is somebody I encountered today that I didn't know, that somehow we ended up engaging in what?
Yeah,
Conversation. See, this is what I mean by turning cold market into your warm market. Okay? I wasn't out looking. You're going to encounter people every day. When the opportunity knocks, though, you got to be ready. Here's how I went. I went to check in. Okay? I always ask people, where are you from? Right?
Right.
Y'all don't forget, where are you from? That's a major pique interest. Because wherever they're from, you looking for people where they're from.
That's right.
See, piquing interest is asking questions so that you can provide the what? The answer. I went in. Now here's the key. When you encounter people, you must take over the situation immediately. Because if you get trapped into what I call everyday dialogue, you'll be now you caught up. Oh, we talking about the same old mess. See, what I do, I make this the conversation the minute we encounter each other. So I went up to the counter, always smile. Very few people get a smile.
It's true.
They always looking for that rude, irate. I walked in, I said, man, where you from? She said, here. But I lived in Atlanta for 7 years.
Wow.
I said, ding! Now, here's where professionals and amateurs differ. Some of y'all would right then, you would have started piquing interest. See, I'm gonna be at the hotel at least 3 what? 3 days. I got a young lady downstairs from Atlanta. I said, what brought you back to Virginia? She said, I was just in school at Morris Brown. I went to Morehouse. Ding! So now we got this AU Center in common. We got Atlanta in common. I said, where'd you grow up? I'm just asking what?
Questions.
She said, College Park. I grew up in College Park.
Wow.
I said, where in College Park? Old National? She said, Old National. Gardner Road. I said, I grew up. So, see, I'm just what? Gathering. Now, the next morning, when I walked in the lobby, she like, hey, Mr. Beane, see, now we're friends. See, network marketing is about building relationships. See, some of y'all trying to peak within the first encounter.
Yes.
Oh, let me tell you, go in my room, I'm gonna check in, I'm gonna come right back when I come back down here. And you just, people, they don't even know you yet. They don't know you. You soliciting, in their mind, you just another guest. But now, every time I come through the lobby, I say, hey, I got something for you. See, if I hit you with it now, you're going to ask me a bunch of questions.
Right.
I'm going to hit you with it on my way out the door, then I'm going to get you in touch with somebody local for you to see it in a more comfortable environment. This is the thing, guys. Piquing interest is something that you have fun with. So now I'm thinking about my next step, my next approach. Here's something a lot of people don't understand. Even if I don't get her number, this is a trick question. if I don't get her number, do I have her number?
Yes.
How?
The hotel.
I know she works. See what I'm saying? So I may never ask for the number. I may get to Atlanta and call. But I may take a quick look at her name. I'm a gentleman. We were both from College Park. I went to Morehouse. Yeah, Mr. Beane, I remember you. Hey, listen, I know you're at work. Give me your cell number, and I'll give you a call. In fact, give me your email. I want to shoot you a link. Got her. See, some of y'all try to do it. What I'm trying to say is, some of y'all try to do it too soon, too fast. You got to turn cold market into lukewarm by building what? Relationships. So when you go to a restaurant, don't get the waitress number. Think about it. Does she have to come back? She gonna come. She gonna seat you. She gonna bring some water. She gonna check on you a few times. Start massaging the relationship before we leave within an hour. Stop trying to do it the first encounter.
Wow.
Piquing interest is an art form where you have to reel people in over what? Time. Now, don't confuse this. I'm not saying take your time. Be energetic, be excited, be enthusiastic about continuing to what? Pique interest. I'm not saying that. Brian said do it slow, so I'm going to work on her all week.
Right.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying some of y'all think you got to have all your ducks right then, and you don't.
Right.
Sometimes I'll pique interest having said nothing at all. Give you an example. If I'm on an airplane, right? Now the name of the game in piquing interest is get in and get what? Out. If you get in and you stay, they're going to start asking you questions. You're not going to be prepared for that because you knew. So if I'm on a plane, I don't even pique your interest when we first sit down because now the only way for me to get out is to die. I gotta, for you to stop asking me questions, I got to jump. So what I'll do, I always say the same thing. See, after a while, you get comfortable, but you gotta practice. When I sit down on the airplane, which I'm always on, I ask the person the same question. Are you headed home or leaving home? They love to tell, damn, I'm going home to visit my grandbabies. Ding, she got grandchildren. How many you got? Little boy, little girl, they pulling out pictures. Ding. Oh, she loves them. I'm just like, ooh, this gonna be good. But see, now we're flying. So I got another hour and a half before I gotta tell you what I do.
Right.
See, what I'm saying is you gotta learn how to listen.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Just listen.
Possible.
How old are your grandchildren? Oh, she's 4, she's 6. My son is a this. Now people talking about themselves.
Yes.
So you're going to visit them. What are you guys going to do? I'm going to take them to Disney World. I'm going to do this. I'm just gathering information. Gathering. And then pretty soon she might say something like, boy, those tickets were expensive. Things get a little tight. You love traveling, but things are a little tight, huh? What if I can show you a way where Disney World is every day for your kids? But I say that when we leaving.
Right.
Give me your name and number. I'm going to call you later. It's something you may want to hear that's coming to this area, but I'll call you later. Go enjoy the grandkids, and I'll call you later. See, I piqued her and didn't even say anything. Sometimes saying nothing, y'all heard silence is golden.
Yes.
Okay? Being on mute speaks volumes.
Yes.
So you got to learn that, guys. You don't have to always, if you get the number, you won. Now you go home and gather yourself. Hey, remember you met me on the plane earlier? I was telling you about Orlando. We're looking for key leaders in Orlando. And I know your son lives in Orlando because you told me about your... See, now you got so much ammunition, you can phrase it how you want. You told me your son lives in Orlando. You were going to visit the grandkids. All right, I want to email you a link and you take a look at it and tell me if you like it. I'm done.
Right.
Some of y'all... All right, I got to get this right. She's a stranger. But some of y'all panic and sweat in front of the eyes of somebody that you don't even know. At least panic on people who know you. That's right. And then the funny thing is, I don't even panic on them. Because the truth of the matter is, I know your situation too. So we really don't want to get into So what I'm really saying is, really, you shouldn't fear any man. You really shouldn't. You have something great. You have something that's changing lives. You don't beat people over the head with a gold brick.
No.
Either they take it or they don't.
That's right.
I'm telling you. So why do we worry about people's reactions when you can't give some people stuff for free?
Wow.
So that's why I say treat everybody the what? The same. And then you get better and you practice on piquing interest. You practice on different techniques to get better and better and better. You cannot pique and invite. The person who piques cannot invite. Always remember that. The person who piques cannot invite. Something else has to tell him about tomorrow night. Because me and him are friends, and he just saw me yesterday. I can't tell him about tomorrow night.
That's right.
The person who piques cannot invite. Sometimes I'll pique your interest. You'll call me. Hey, this is that friend of yours that wasn't interested. Hey, what you doing? Oh, you remember that business I told you about? I got 15 people on the other line. We're about to do a conference call. I'm going to call you back. Click. Oh, you serious about this? You know what I mean? Stop being so available.
Yes.
You see, your friends haven't seen a change in you.
Yes.
So if you still available, even though they told you no, but you still hanging around them, see, you're not that busy. So you're not giving them a reason to go, I ain't talking to my girl in 2 weeks. I told you, I'm going to get back with you this summer. Right now, that business I was telling you about.
That's right.
See, I don't talk to them no more. On purpose. That's part of my piquing interest. I'm trying to show you that I'm busy. I may not even be on the phone, but to them, hey, I'm busy. I'm busy. To your friends, you got to show them a different behavior.
Right.
You got to show them different behavior. And that, in turn, piques their what?
Interest.
Okay? I had a friend of mine, and I'll take questions. I had a friend of mine, he used to dress real different. He just was a different dude. You know, just real, you know, a little Prince mixed with Michael Jackson. It's all kind of, like, he thought it was just fly. Hey, on him, it really did look nice. I'm like, boy, you know, you got a style on you. I said, but I'm going to tell you something. You going business with me? Yeah, I need you wear a suit and tie. Okay? He started dressing, you know, more conservative. It peaked. What have you done to Steve? Because everybody used to see him and all that fly stuff. Now, the fact that he put on a suit and tie, because he was serious about the business. I said, man, you put on a suit and tie, all your friends going to get peaked.
Yeah.
All his friends got peaked. Just do something different. Wear a suit on a Saturday and watch what happens.
Wow.
People think you're going to the funeral.
Yeah.
Who died? Nobody died. I'm just dressed up. Why you dressed up on a Saturday? And
Yep.
just do different things. But I want you to understand, more importantly, the attitude. Have what? Fun. Have fun with it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Look, you can say the wrong thing enough times. Somebody's still going to say, what are you talking about? I don't know. I messed up, but give me your name. I messed it up. I love saying that. I'm like, man, I messed it up. But let me let you hear something real quick. Stop being so perfect, y'all. Stop being so perfect. It is in your trying to be perfect that people are now looking for your imperfections.
Yes.
But when you go ahead and act imperfect, people go, man, this is, you know, you look more human. This is called talk through people, not to people. If you learn how to talk through people and not to people, it relieves you of all your nervous anxiety. It really does. Here's how. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Are y'all sure?
Yes.
Have I lost y'all?
No.
Okay, here's how you talk through people. All of us have 3 types of friends. Reds, greens, and blues. Greens are people who look up to you. Blues are people on your level. Reds are people you look up to. They all can be handled differently, but reds are what make us nervous. Okay? Greens look up to you. Blues are your peers. They're the hardest people to tell about the business. And reds you look up to. Those are the most difficult people to tell because you got this little fear of Pastor so-and-so, Deacon so-and-so, Doctor so-and-so, Attorney so-and-so, Engineer so-and-so. So you get nervous when you talk to reds for whatever reason. Here's what you have to remember. You are not a red to everybody. That's why they don't show up. If you were a red to everybody, you could just throw them in the car and they would come. Everybody got it? So what you have to remember is reds will introduce you to other reds. So you have to recruit up. Most of you guys recruit down. You just recruit greens. All you do is recruit greens. People who look up to you. You got to learn how to go get reds. Because here's the thing, and pay close attention to this. Reds have blues. Because a blue is somebody on their what? Level. But red's blues are more what for you? Reds. Because he's going to get his peer circle. But to all of his peers, they reds. To you. But he has people who are red to him. So even people that this blue, or this red, I'm sorry, people who look up to him are his greens. Those are your blues.
Yeah.
See what I mean? See, when you recruit up, it broadens the color spectrum. Because him recruiting down is recruiting on your level. Him recruiting up is your super red. And him recruiting even is your regular red. So the name of the game is to recruit what? Up. The color spectrum is very important. The color spectrum is very important. Some of you guys will actually call me up. True. Hey Brian, you open for a three-way? Yeah, who you got? I met this little 16-year-old kid. And you want me to do three-way. Now I'm not talking about because it's me. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm saying you can't get him in the car.
Right.
You bring his butt to the meeting, he's 16. You know, you're doing three-ways with all these greens. Bring me some reds, bring me some blues. The three-way call is really designed for your blues. Because those are the hardest people to get to see what you would see. I got it. I'm going to tell you guys something. That one, this is the problem with a lot of you guys. You try to make piquing interest make sense. See, when you're hungry and you want to get off your job or change your situation or whatever your why is, stop waiting on it to make sense. You win as long as you what? As long as the person says what? Yes. But what you think you need is some smooth, methodical approach. And that's your problem. Paralysis analysis. You keep waiting on perfect storms. There's no such thing. Just pique the person's interest, people. So what do you do after we pique them? What's next in the process? A three-way what? Here's the rule. The person who piques cannot invite. The person who piques cannot invite. Everybody got it?
Yes.
If you pique, you can't invite. Something else must invite. So before I go, I want to make sure everybody knows how to conduct three-ways.